Hello and welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration and Krastorio 2. Some time has passed since last episode. Not exactly sure how much time, but a decent chunk of time has passed. So what I've done between episodes is I've added this iron mine up here. Because we were frankly running out of iron. This old mine here is almost fully topped. There's only 150k left. And I've also finished this expansion with the walls and everything, and added this core miner, so we now have we now have 9 core miners that output about 4k. And this has been up for about an hour or so. Maybe a little bit more. Almost 2 hours. So some things have happened. This also means that we have a ton more modules. Which means that today is time to finish up this here. Make a proper build out of this. And then we'll start on Energy Science Pack 2, which is our next hurdle. So, let's get on to doing this. I think we are going to do this here. I'm gonna make a bold assumption here and say that we are gonna need 3 of these. We have so much space here as well. We probably want to start from the middle here, not gonna lie. So let's start here. Let's do this in the proper way. I'm pretty sure that we do need the same kind of setup here. This is gonna be astronomic science. This needs to be connected and that needs to be connected. This will also be minus 100 degree, and this will be the other one. We are going to instantly put a pump here on the output. This is the minus 100 degree one. I want to do the same here, not gonna lie. Here. No, absolutely not. I hate that part, actually. That's very unpractical that it behaves that way. let's find some straight pipe here. We'll put another pump here just to cut these in smaller pieces, really. That's not it. This is the one. Unfortunately, that also needs a pipe or a pump. And that's connected. Is that actually... there? Okay, let's see how much this is. Yeah, this is 326. We can then also assume that this will be very similar. This is gonna be the cool thermal fluid as well. Yes. There we go. This thing we also need to actually move. I want to take this. We're gonna plop this in here into the middle of nothing here. This needs this. Which we do have here. And then you'll output something here. I don't know why I changed that. It's fine the way that is. I'll just put that in there. I don't really care that much. We'll put that in there. This can make 54 significant data per minute, which is not at all enough. Holy crap, dude. Okay. Well, we crushed that. That dream is now crushed. Because that just ain't gonna work. So we'll do this again. This does output significant data and blank tech cards. Yeah. There we go. This requires about 20 per minute, so 50 should be okay. So we'll get that out there instead. No, bro. Why? I mean, to be fair, we need to reach at least 200. At least. And this is not even close. So basically this. No, that's not gonna fucking work either. Okay. Don't like this at all. But this should make 326. Provided that we can actually make the insight. Which is a big if. Now, this build here will consume about 400 of this. So this ain't enough. So I'll have to put modules in here. Which is absolutely fine. Oh, okay. We're just lacking these things. It's unfortunate, but we'll be okay. Still have a bunch of thermal fluid here. We actually need to go and get more modules now. Let's do that. I think I've sent some of these to Novice now. The canisters, because I only have 92 on me. I should also replace this train with a fast train. Hello? Here. So modules. And then we need to take a look at this. Bull is what this is. If this is the goal, the fill, we're just gonna have to build this out a little bit. This is 16. So we're gonna need 300 of these cards per minute. Which is good. This guy didn't get built out yet. Assuming these robots will do that. Okay, I'm gonna let that train sit there for 2 seconds. So I do travel between surface and orbit quite often. So having a max speed train would actually make a lot of sense. Okay. Let's go down here and take a look. So I'm not sure how I want to handle this. Okay, that needs the modules, and this also needs some modules here. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Don't mind me. Okay. Significant data we do have. We probably need to do this regardless, right? What? We're gonna need 8 of these. Okay. But anyway, you need 500 infrared observation frames. And that is the question. How do we accommodate that? Well, the first no-brainer would be here. This is covered by this. Let's see how much this actually is. Actually, that's not going to work either if we want to mirror this, but let's just build this out and see the ratio. Regardless, this needs these as well. Yeah, so this is a severe lack of that, which is unfortunate. 4 of these ain't even gonna be enough. For 1. So we can pretty much scrap this idea. Okay. So what we would do here is we would mirror this. We are going to how do I want to do this exactly? Let's say this would be true. And we'd have a belt that goes here. you output to that. You will put some fluid in here. Could bring it in one tile if we take it up one notch, which we'll have to do now that I think about that. Okay. Because it's important this one doesn't hit it. We'll mirror this here. Put this in here. Fluid output goes here. This goes here. And I said that this needs 500 basically. So we're gonna need 5 of these. Which will barely reach as well. Let's move this down a little bit here. Okay. That's gonna be that. It's fucking stupid, but it is what it is. We'll have power up here. Again, not exactly enough. We'll move this up a little bit. Put one here. Which will be the last one. And then we need another set of modules up here. That's how that's gonna be, apparently. This would be a good ratio. This is insane, though. It's a high requirement. Let's just say that. And this would yield us a measly fucking 84 cards. So we'd need 4 of these. We'd need 4 of these. So there's no way I can fit more than... Okay, I can kind of fit 3 somehow. We'll have to go with something like this. Jesus Christ. We can trash unrequested as well. So with this, we will then put out our requestees for this. Infrared observation data. How much did I say I needed? 300 per minute. So let's say 300. This is that one. This is UV observation data. This is astrometric data. This will be astronomic science. That's cringe. There we go. Put this in here. We're gonna need significant data. 200. Beryllium 2K, which is insane. Beryllium 2K. And energy insight and catalog. Astronomic insight and catalog will be 300, I think we'll put here. I think we need half of that, but it's okay. We'll do that. How are we doing with this? You need low density structures. Which we are kinda struggling with. Steel has not recovered yet. Because of the iron shortage, we worked up such a steel deficit that this has not recovered yet. Same with iron. This was empty, so this needs to back up so I can get a full belt in here and fill that up. But I'm getting a call, so be right back. And I'm back. So, we need to go and collect a couple of modules again. So we're gonna go and do that. Should probably start requesting a couple more here. Say 400. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just put them at the bottom of our inventory here. Because why not? Why not? And while we are down here, we're gonna copy this train schedule and we're gonna put it here. Yeah, we're automatically sending that. That's good. Cool. So now we have a new fancy train here to take us upstairs. We did get all the modules already, so we can go upstairs. This is way faster, holy shit. This feels like cheating, but I mean, modded is modded, so why not? Drastically reduces our travel time. Okay, so this means we should have all the modules we need to finish this up. All we really need to do now is make sure we have something for fluids. I'll be stealing it from up here. Question is, how do we get these out from here? But I think that is the answer. And here we'll do a requester chest with this. Oops. We'll do that. We'll take this here. I'm just gonna do that. Here it will be slightly different. We'll do that. This will be here again. Oh no, we don't really need this. Okay, right. This is probably too close, I think. We can probably solve that. Okay, that's gonna be connecting. Now, we can actually do this here, yeah. And then this here. This here is gonna be the challenge. I think we'll just do this. There we go. And then I need to sneeze. Oh my god. Okay. Now I do think that this is working, yeah. All we really need now are blank observation frames. Boom. 200 is good. So that line is done. This is done. That is done. This here will be a challenge, actually. If we ignore this for now, take this. This here will also be a challenge. Ow. Wait, I don't think this has an output, even. There we go. Let me double check. Output doesn't have output. Everything else. That. So this bad boy will consume 4,000 blank observation frames. Observation frames, which we have a couple here. Ooh, okay. That's 2K. And this is that one, yeah? We need to correct this. There we go. This is already This is already fixed. We need to copy this build a couple of times, yeah. Okay, so this here will be visible observation data. And this will be this. Okay. And visible. And here as well. that's gonna be there. That, hopefully we can connect there. Which means that can go. And then we'll have UV. Like that. This will also be UV. And up here as well. We'll put that there. We'll put that there. Okay. Cool. So how many of these are we making right now? This is 3K and it's 600 each. That ain't it. We need a lot of these, unfortunately. And then the last one, just out of curiosity here. This only needs the ones we already have. Okay, we need to get some more modules. I've already spent the 400 that we had. This is very unfortunate. So we're gonna need some insight here as well. Okay, let's not do that then. It's really weird when you're behind a train that's significantly slower and it's like, I really want to go. Now we only have 278 modules here. It's definitely Immersite, that's the problem. I really need to fix this build, my guy. I really need to go down there and do something with Immersite. Okay, let's do that now. Because this is definitely connected to this. We need way more of these modules. Oop. Okay, let's do this. You know what? We just send this whole thing. And I know we made a layout somewhere up here, maybe. With modules. No, maybe not there. Was it here? This. Not really. I don't like that layout. I don't like this layout either. Okay, whatever. We'll make one from scratch then. So immersite crystals. And then we'll have... we can have a gap. No, we don't need a gap, I think. We definitely need a gap. Because this has 2 outputs, yeah. Unless... unless we just do this. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That should cover that as well. Easy peasy. We'll get something in here. Oh, whoops. Something tanked my FPS there. Holy shit. I don't know what that was. No idea. So we'll need an input belt here. Going through. Going through. So there we go. That's about it. No. I'm so stupid. And then we'll take this. This is about 238. We had, for a very, very long time, about 90 crystals output. This is way more. This is like genuinely way more. Boom. Let's just put that there. This also needs silicon, which we will request here. Silicon. You will eat 200 per minute. I mean, 400 would be more reasonable. So we'll get 400 in 2, and they should be able to output pretty reasonably to this. Put that there. Put this here. Ooh, right. We'll make sure that the sulfur we get out here just gets into the system somewhere. I don't really care where it goes. It just needs to go away from here. It just needs to go away from here. That can't have anything. This can, though. So let's use that. This can also have. Some productivity. This makes 285 with these modules and 500 with these. Yeah, you know what? I think we do this instead. We'll take this out. Let's do that. It's not a very elegant solution. We'll take this powder out. We'll send it in here. You can eat like 700. Okay, so I can output this. Okay. So I can do that. This will now make 600. This can consume slightly more. We'll put this out here. We should be able to completely fill that. Which is great. Yeah, so 570, this is gonna make 1100 something. This consumes 600 for 300, so it's half. This is way less than half. So it's a good trade, I think. Please do that. Whenever that's done, we'll do that. So I can evacuate myself from this situation. Pretty easily. Okay, and then we'll go upstairs again and finish up this science build. Which is not gonna be ideal. When I do this the next time, I'm gonna do it train-based completely. And at that point, we'll make something that has actual thought-through ratios, because this is winging it in a way that I don't like. Okay, this guy. We'll put that there. Put these in here. Okay, so we don't actually need that many of these, I think. I think 2 might be enough. Genuinely. Which is a surprise for sure, but a welcome one. We do have platform, right? Yeah, some. Yeah, okay, so this is way more than we need, actually. So we'll put that there. $40 is not It's gonna be more like 200 each. We'll take this, put it here. And then this output will go here. We'll put that there. So now all we really need is this, but the equivalent of this. Kind of tempted to put it here. So Astronomic insight will need requester chests. Actually, only one. You're eating that much, so I think we'll put 150k here. You are basically not doing anything. That's because of blank tech cards. You have tech cards, but you don't have observation frames. And we don't have requester things. Okay. That's that. And then we need this to go here. Perfect. Nice. I think this is science concluded for the things that we can do right now. We're missing some requester chests, which is interesting. Gonna finish that up between episodes, but I think that's gonna be it for this episode. So now we have again rebuilt the basic sciences, but a little bit more modular, and in a way that means that I can move this around. We're gonna do this way differently once we get access to more resources, and I can have one per area, right? So that we can have trains coming in with resources and everything. But for now, this is what we're dealing with. And I'm pretty satisfied with how it turned out so far, not gonna lie. This is way better than what we had before. Speaking of, yeah, we do have a bunch of this. We can actually send a couple of these. No, we can't send that. Iridium delivery cannon capsule, okay. We had a lot of iridium. This would be great. But yeah, if you like this content, consider subscribing to my channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a really nice day.